What is up, everybody? Will the Outlaw here, back for another Transformers review. And yeah, it has been a while, but stuff happens, and I am glad to be back with what seems to be one of the oddest, if not the oddest, figure from the Revenge of the Fallen line. Of course, I am speaking of none other than Ejector. Here's his box, Ejector. Now, this guy, when I first saw pictures of him, I'm like, this is just one of those things that, if you're a collector, if you're a Transformers collector, Transformers fan in general, you need to get this, because this is just so weird, so odd, so out there, that, you can't even picture having fun with a freaking toaster, I mean, this is like, remember when in that movie Big, when Tom Hanks was all like, this is a robot that transforms into a building. What's so fun about playing with a building? This is a freaking toaster. What's so fun about playing with a toaster? But I'll tell you one thing, man. It's pretty clever. Pretty clever. Ejector actually made his very first appearance in a Mountain Dew commercial promoting the very first Transformers movie. In it, some dude goes in and accuses a toaster of stealing his Mountain Dew, and as his roommates are restraining him, Ejector transforms and kind of taunts him. It's a pretty funny commercial. I'll probably link it up on the side over here if I can. But anyway, and then he made a small cameo in the Revenge of the Fallen film and was immediately destroyed by Bumblebee. Hilarity ensued, all that stuff. So yeah. Figure itself, the toaster is actually pretty nice. It's got the same kind of paint job that Sideswipe has with the silver metallic paint. It's got some knobs and switches, up on the side right here. Not much. It's got one of those, new art kind of things, something that you'd find in a rich yuppie's place. Kind of like a retro look to it. Only bad part is that it's got the bottom and the side open, the back open like that. But it does have a cord with weird prong thing right here. It's not bad. I mean, it's definitely a toaster, and if you look at it through this way, it's a pretty good looking toaster. Probably could have used some black paint apps up here, but I think I'm gonna let that slide. The transformation is actually pretty, when I first saw this, I thought that it would be a shell former, but surprisingly it's not a shell former per se. It's actually pretty neat how this thing transforms, and when it does transform, it does some pretty weird and cool things at the same time. So what you're gonna do is do that, blah blah blah. This whole back piece comes off. Flip out his arms, and you can flip it. There's his head, and flip out. Yeah. I really like this design. It's really cool, really cool. Like, oh, last but not least, you gotta flip this up. That's covered up. And surprisingly, it's not bulky at all. I thought it would be bulky, and considering the fact that it basically transforms from a cube into a robot. But as you can see, it kind of looks like a gremlin. The face kind of looks like an old man, going, "Rah, get off my lawn! Rah, you damn kids!" Kind of the Disney stereotype of the old man. But it's actually a pretty nifty little figure, and has some excellent articulation. His arms can move up and down, back and forth. It's on a ball joint. This arm right here can move up and down. And this arm is actually on a ball joint with a hinge, a pinned hinge, so it can go up and down and move around. It's even got articulated hand, which is pretty cool. The legs right here are on ball joints, so you can move them around and everything. And you can actually get them in a variety of different poses. But you know, good luck getting in the stand, because he doesn't really have feet. He just has, you know, the flat part of this side right here. So it's kind of hard to get him standing. But once you do, he does kind of look, you know, he does look menacing, and it's actually a pretty nifty little figure. And of course, he's got his tail right here. You know, this is one of those things where if you're a Transformers fan, you kind of have to get him, because it's so odd and so weird. You know, it's one of those things that it hasn't been seen before, and it's kind of a welcome addition to the Transformers lineup. So there you guys go. Hope you enjoy, and take care.